Manu Dibango has died in France from a coronavirus infection. His management team confirmed that Dibango died early this morning in a hospital in Paris. He was 86 years old. The Cameroonian-born star arrived in France in the early 1950s and studied jazz and the saxophone in the northern city of Reims, where he started playing in clubs. Messages of condolences have been pouring in from fellow musicians, fans and world leaders.
Very, very sad news to hear about the brother and the son of the soil, Uncle Manu Dibango, is passing. It is a real bitter pill to swallow. This corona is right here and it is disrupting everything. May his soul rest in peace. Now is the time for us to work together. Now is the time to adhere to what we've been told to do. We need this real social distancing to keep our loved ones safe. I cannot believe and I cannot understand. It's really, really hard to believe that he is gone from this coronavirus. Sad news indeed.
All right, so that's a local musician and one celebrated across the continent, Yvonne Chaka Chaka, sharing her thoughts and memories of this fallen icon, Manu Dibango. And he had quite an incredible career. Over 72 albums that he produced between 1968 and 2013. People will know him as perhaps someone who did African rumba, Afro-funk, Afro-beat, jazz, and something called makossa. And he collaborated with many famous names over the years. When you think of people like Fela Kuti, Herbie Hancock, known all over the world in the jazz field, and even our own Ladysmith Black Mambazo, you found his voice being lent and his saxophone lent to their music there. King Sunny Ade, also another person that he collaborated with over the years. But he was also an activist. He was at one time chairperson of the Cameroon Music Corporation, and he used his position to try and fight for the rights of their singers and musicians, but particularly when it came to royalties. In 2004, UNESCO recognized him as the UNESCO Artist for Peace. And then also a little bit of controversy. Some of you might remember the music of Michael Jackson and a song called Don't Stop the Music, and also Wanna Be Starting Something. Well, there was a line in that song, if you remember, called Mama Say, Mama Sa, Makusa. Well, that was Manu Dibango's line. And so what happened was he went after Michael Jackson and said, "Guy, you've stolen a line in my music." Michael Jackson put his hands up and he says, "My brother, you're correct." And they settled out of court. So his music was used in movies and other places because that song in particular was in his 1972 album, Soul Makossa. Manu Dibango, a legend in his lifetime and will be remembered across the world and across the continent. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more news for you. And the Olympic Games are off for now.